as I said, if you were to have read everything that came in, you would agree that the cream rises to the top. And we're honored to have these two young people. Now I would like to introduce our keynote speaker. Those of you that saw the parade saw a Marine sergeant at the head of the line. With her was a good friend of her, a Marine First Lieutenant. All right. This young lady, like I said, is a sergeant in the United States Marine Corps. She's a Bethel High School graduate. She is a former member of the ROTC. And I'm honored to introduce to you Sergeant Kirsten Pataccio.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, students, veterans, devil dogs. Kirsten Pataccio, as he already introduced me. Many of you may know me. I grew up at 8, not that long ago. I am now a sergeant in the United States Marine Corps. I've been serving overseas as a Marine security guard at the U.S. embassies for the past 2 years. First in Southeast Asia in Colombo, Sri Lanka, and then in East Africa in Kampala, Uganda. I still have one more post to go as a Marine security guard after my leave here is over. First, let me say to speak on behalf of my fellow service members on Memorial Day, a day that we have made the ultimate sacrifice. Every single soldier who lost their life is our family, is your family. We are a nation and a family, and a week ago I was still in Uganda. In that entire country, all the personnel, property, and classified material of the U.S. Embassy there. Not even 10 of us. We lived in one house together and worked or was on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When you live with the same people that you're working with and you work out and you go with family, they are my brothers. Some of them were like big brothers to me, and some of them were the baby bros we looked out for. I was the assistant detachment commander there, and therefore second in command to my staff sergeant, so I was like a big sister to most of them. Now, we all were different specialties prior to becoming Marine security guards at the embassies. Everything from the air wing to the infantry to admin, we had in our detachment. So naturally, coming from different experiences in the Marine Corps, few of my Marines had seen more combat than others, and every day was like Memorial Day for them. Every day they were remembering the brothers they had lost. Every single day they were battling what they could. And why did I live? Was it? It had nothing to do with any circumstances they could control, and everything to do with some kind of greater force beyond them, and no matter what, it isn't fair. It's not. It's the ultimate sacrifice. One of my corporals, Corporal Dan Nicholas, an 0311 infantryman, for their deployment to Afghanistan, and his roommate, Lance Corporal Travis, his mom asked him why he had to go, and he responded, "Mom, if I don't go, who will?" Like I said, we are all, the U.S. military is my family and is your family, and we are here for you. Every sacrifice that we make because someone has to, and we do not want it to be our mothers or our children or our little sisters back home that make that sacrifice. So Lance Corporal Travis, his words to his mother still resonate with Corporal Nicholas to this day. If I don't go, who will? It sums up how I think every service member feels. The United States of America is a family, after all. On Memorial Day, we remember our brothers and sisters who made the ultimate sacrifice for us. We honor them by not focusing on their death, but putting all our energy into remembering what motivated them to choose love and the loyalty for their family and nation. I talked with a few buddies of mine about what I should say today. I'd like to share with you a few words from my good friend, Staff Sergeant Darren Dale, 0331 machine gunner. He's 6.5 years into the Marine Corps right now with 5 deployments to Iraq. 5 deployments in less than 6.5 years. He is currently a Marine security guard who is posted in Italy at the U.S. Embassy there. For me, PTSD and suicide prevention is a huge part of what we should recognize on Memorial Day. Although many Marines return home, part of us never leaves combat. It is also important to keep in touch with the parents of the fallen. We become an extension of their sons or daughters who have been killed. It's what I feel I owe them in keeping their memory alive. We need to pay homage to our veterans who came before us, those men and women who accomplished the many first paid roles for today's military. It's the shared stories of battles, survival, triumphs, and brotherhood in the VFW and American Legion. These are Staff Sergeant Dale's words, but it rings true for all of us. We are all an extension of each other. We are all in this together, and we are all a family. Please never lose sight of that. Thank you, and Semper Fidelis.
Sergeant, thank you. It was an honor to have you here, and I agree. Thank you very much, and I'm glad you're with us. Ladies and gentlemen, now we will place the wreaths. I will call the representatives for the posting of the wreaths. Those of you that are standing around the monument, if you would please